All right, guys and gals, I gotta talk about this. It's been on my mind for the last few days, and a shooting that just happened in Texas yesterday, along with the shooting that happened in Buffalo. I hear, it's funny that all of these damn gun rights lobbyists come through at the last minute, talking about, yeah, you're not gonna take my guns. Every time a bunch of innocent people get killed by guns. Gun lobbyists are also trying to defend the First Amendment every fucking time. You care more about the First Amendment than you do about people who died. Somebody had a sign out there on my way out here to the Beltway. It said something about people love guns more than they do people. I'm kind of paraphrasing what he said a little bit. Everybody loves guns a lot more than they do people. And that's true. And someone years ago, I haven't heard him talk about it yet. There should be something called a gun insurance. I've heard Joe Manchin talk about that before. There should be a gun insurance. And that gun insurance, if you use it, and I don't know if that will do it, but the bottom line is for me, I think it's a novel idea. To me, I think it's a little novel because it's not enough. That's why I say novel. Okay, novel being, okay, use a gun against somebody unjustly. Your insurance will go up or whatever. It kind of don't make any sense to me, because you got a lot of people out here who have legal guns. So that's why I say it's a novel thought, but it means nothing. What does mean something is when you put bite into legislation that or enact strict gun laws in this country. But these lobbyists are so freaking powerful, and I know that they're owned by both the Democrat and the Republicans, because that's who run this shit. No doubt about that. That's why these lobbyists are powerful. Oh my God, what the hell is going on here? Man, something ain't looking around the Beltway, guys. It's the most treacherous I think I've ever seen it. Wow. That's a lot of dust and smoke. What the? Man, I hope everything okay. This look kind of scary out here. This ain't looking freaking good. Wow. Jeez. But yeah, we need real gun legislation. And I don't mean, we're going to get rid of those stocks that are on these AR-15s. No, get rid of the AR-15s, except for if you're in the military. Okay? And that should be limited. It really should. There's no reason that any civilian should be able to have access to an AR-15. No reason at all. Not even for hunting. Not even for hunting. Hunting's supposed to be a sport, not a killing spree. I'm just saying though. No civilian should be owning no AR-15 for any reason whatsoever. No civilian whatsoever, ever. I really don't think they should. There's no reason to. No reason at all. An AR-15, really? For what? Myself, I own a few guns. I'm not gonna front about that. I actually do. And if you ask me what, I'm not gonna tell you. Mainly why? Ain't your damn business. It's for me to know, and for stupid folks to never try to find out. I'll leave it at that. I had a guy ask me that one time, a neighbor of mine, you keep guns in the house? I said, why? Well, you keep them at? Now, why, Negro, would you ask a man or anybody, a homeowner, that protects their house, where do they keep the guns at? And I told him straight up, it's for me to know, and for people that ain't got no business in here, including you, to never find out. to never have to find out. I said, and I think I did say, and for you to never have to find out. When I meant never have to find out, it means don't come up unwarranted, or uninvited. For people to never find out, basically what I'm saying. Especially if you ain't got no business there. But my thing is, on a very, very serious note, folks, we have to get stricter gun laws to protect our kids, man. You got these people, all these gun nuts talking about, oh yeah, you taking my gun rights away. No. You don't have to own an AR-15. Excuse my French, what the fuck you gotta own an AR-15 for? Really? To inflict bodily harm on multiple folks? You ain't in the fucking military. And even if you were, there should be some major restrictions on that. Yeah. Well, if we change the bus stocks out to certain guns, no, it won't do a damn bit of difference. It really won't. It really won't, folks. It really won't. Seriously. It really won't. Are you out y'all damn mind? Really? The bottom line is, we need stricter gun laws in this country. Biden had the nerve, and I saw it on last night. He did a special press conference, or whatever you call it. Where he was like, "Why do people do this?" Now, Biden, you don't have to ask that cock-to-ass question. You know damn well why people do this shit. Because people think they can get away with it. If there aren't any laws or books to stop them, what do you think they're doing it for? Some people just don't care anyway if it ever were. But the point of it is, you have to eliminate the process of people to do it in the first place. Although the old saying is, guns don't kill people, people do. But people with guns kill people, period. And the best way to eliminate that process of all this violence out here is to have strict gun laws out here. We don't have any. That's the problem. We don't have any, and we don't have any for people who do these mass murders out here either. We don't have any for that. Right up on my behind, man. Stupid ass self. This son of his didn't even, dumb ass self, didn't think once that, he was right up on my bumper. He was literally up on my bumper. I said, this dude, he didn't care. Anyway, that's what we gotta do, folks. We have to have strict gun control laws out here. I mean, strict. And I'm talking about, you can't have as many guns as you want to in your house. There should be a certain amount that you have for each person or family. That's part of the problem. You got people got guns all over the house, all kind of guns, little guns, big guns, everything. Seriously, that's part of the problem right there. You got too many people owning too many guns out here. That's number one. Number two, all these mass murderer guys, y'all trying to evaluate this psychic evaluation like the guy in Buffalo. That guy in Buffalo wrote, I don't know how many pages of a manifesto he wrote, but he wrote it. It was premeditated murder, folks. I don't care what the laws tell you. I don't care what CNN tell you. I don't give a fuck what Fox News tell you or MSNBC. The fact is, that guy was criminally sane. He knew exactly what he was doing. They said he scoped the place out before he did the murder. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew who he was targeting. Black folks. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was after. He did. Bottom line. I don't want to hear that bullshit about, well, he had a criminal past and he wasn't a bad kid, got straight in. Yeah. They're trying to decriminalize. They're trying to decriminalize the criminal. That's exactly what they're doing. They criminalize the victims and they decriminalize the criminals. Ain't that a bitch? You know? That's just what they're doing. All the networks is doing this. But there is no honesty among these so-called journalists. The journalists today, I'm going to tell you right now, the journalists today about the sensationalist stories. Not the real stories, not the meat and potatoes of the stories, but the sensationalist of the stories that sells magazines and newspapers and get viewers on the boob tubes. That's what they look for. Not no real media anymore. They used to do that. And one time they might have done that. They don't do it anymore. They don't. They really don't. That's a damn shame. You know. And what they call them, the fifth estate. That's what they are. They're the fifth estate. They're the ones that actually control what you see and hear on television every single day. Notice the big corporations now own these networks. Fox speaks for itself. ABC is owned by Disney. NBC is owned by Universal. CBS, well, for many years I knew that anyway, it was owned by Paramount. You know, these big conglomerates are owning these companies, and they dictate what you see and hear on a regular basis. You know, HBO is owned by Warner Brothers. You know, so they dictate what you see and hear. These big conglomerate companies that tell you what to believe and what not to believe on the regular. On the regular, folks. Yeah. That's what they're doing. They don't want you to believe what you know is true. They want you to believe what they tell you is true. That's sad. We got to open our eyes, folks. We need to get laws enacted where people have to do psych evaluations before they even think about buying a gun. That's the other thing they should do. You know, but definitely for certain high-powered guns like AR-15s got to be taken off the streets, man. Bottom line, they got to be for good. There's no reason most people should not own. There's no reason for most folks to own an AR-15. There's no reason for it. Yeah, no reason at all. For what? For what? You ain't in the military. For what? You ain't out to defend the troops with no AR-15 as a civilian. Doubt that. Highly doubt that. You know? It just, I ain't gonna lie. I was at work yesterday, and I heard about that story that came on, and they said it was 10 children and 2 adults, or two teachers, and now it's up to 19 students, children, and 2 adults. But when I heard about it last night, I had a sinking feeling about it. I was sad. I actually about to cry, man. It was so sad, man. You know, because it's too much, man. It's just, and I've been saying then, I say it before, I say it again. I really feel bad for this generation of kids and the younger adults coming up, man. They got it hard. You know, I really am concerned for the future of our children in this country, man, because they deal and watch and have to deal with so much and learn and grow up so fast. When I say grow up so fast, in other words, they have to grow up beyond their years and have an understanding about the real world and how it is, instead of being able to learn it, you know, or process it through as a child to an adult. But now they're being processed faster to have to understand it even more so than before. A little faster. Sad, man. You know, if it ain't COVID, it's the high crime rates, it's the mass murders, it's the inflation that's out of control, the gas prices, wars, You name it, man. It's just a sick feeling that I get every time I think about all the above. I really do. And it's one of the reasons, and why I like doing music. Music is the thing, the therapy for me. It's been a therapy for me forever. And when I DJ, I feel it the same way. It's the one thing that for at least a few hours of the evening or whatever, you do what you gotta do, and suffice to getting your mind, clear it out for a little while, because we need it, and we need all the help and the healing we can get, and we need laws to impose on criminals who do what they do with these mass shootings. They should not be going to no psychic evaluation, especially the ones they were up a complete manifest. He knew exactly what he was doing. There's nothing to evaluate him psychologically on, because he knew exactly what he was getting at. This ain't about a psychological thing. You gonna tell me that he psychologically decided he gonna kill just black folks? That's bullshit. He didn't psychologically decide to kill just black folks. He was raised up to be spiteful and hateful of black folks, which is the reason he did it in the first place. He knew what he was doing. You can't call that bullshit to me for no reason. That's the whiteout. I call it the whiteout when it comes to white suspects, because it whitens them out of the criminality of what they did and say they didn't know what they was doing. You ain't fooling no damn body with that BS. You gonna tell me you were criminally insane enough to know not to kill nobody but just black folks? Not to say that I would wish that on anybody, but it does make you wonder that for certain that they bullshit. For certain that they're trying to give these guys an out for doing what they did. That's why they always talk about, let's go into his profile. Well, we see that he was a kid. He went to high school, got all good grades, loved his mom and dad, played sports, had pets, treated them well. Very likable kid. That's their justification for that. That's their exact justification for why they don't want to penalize and criminalize white boys for doing what they're doing. That's a known fact. Y'all can say, YouTube did shut a video down that I talked about a few years ago about white supremacists are getting younger and younger, because they are, and they know it was a fact. Yeah. That's a known fact. Y'all can shut me down 20, 50 times over, but you know damn well this is a fact. But you didn't want people to know that. And I'm going to keep talking about it. Because, like I said, this is for all to hear, baby. This is for all to hear, baby. And this year was the unfortunate 10th anniversary of the murder of Trayvon Martin. I'm going to call it murder, that's what it was. Ever since then, I called this channel, I renamed this channel For All to Hear for that reason. Because they didn't want you to hear that Trayvon Martin was being accosted by George Zimmerman, number one. Number two, they didn't want you to hear the phone call that George Zimmerman made, the 911 call where he was told to stand down. Do you know that they made that call inadmissible in the court? They don't know. They didn't want to use it. They weren't going to use it. Well, you were going to criminalize this guy for what he said, what he was told to do, a lawful order to stand down. Yet he gets treated a hero's welcome for murdering a 17-year-old black kid. And nobody had shit to say about it. Nobody. Nope. Nobody had any fucks to give about it. Not a one. Not a one. Real live. 901. 901, folks. They didn't. Not a damn one. So if you think I'm going to stop talking about this shit, y'all can get ready. I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm going to talk about it on the back burner and a lot more talk about it on the back burner. I'm out.